Hi all, welcome back to our channel, ML for Analytics. In this video tutorial, we will be studying that how we can use the conditional column in Power Query Editor of Power BI, or what are the advantages or what are the usages of conditional column in Power Query. So let's start with some sample data that I have already created for you. So let's say these are few names over here: Sam, Mike, Tim, June, Jane, and Ellie. And these are the date of joinings for those employees, let's say for 2020, 2019, and 2018. And if I say I want to divide these names into few groups, for example, like I want to create a group of people who all have a name starting with J, and a group of all people start ending their name with alphabet E. However, I want the members of one group should not be present in members of other group. For example, if I am creating a group of all members having their name starting with J, then they should not be present in all the members having their name ending with E. That will be like June and Jane should create a one group, and Mike and Ellie should create their second group. June and Jane should not be present in the group B. That's what I want, or you can say this is the result we are expecting over here. June and Jane creating a single group, Ellie and Mike creating another group. There could be another scenario that you might want to create over here is like you might be asked to create groups on the basis of joining year. For example, let's say 2020, 2019, 2018. In that case, what you can do is, first of all, divide these columns or split this column under the transform part and take out only the years from these dates, and then you can do whatever you like. You can just group their names and add a group name by adding a suffix or prefix to them. In that way you will be able to do that. However, for our case, let's start with it and let's see what I can do for that. So since I want June and Jane should create a different group, and I also know that they too end with E and they shouldn't be present in another group. So my first condition should be to differentiate or get these two names separately from these names. So I will go to the conditional column over here in the add column, and I have already created the steps which I need over here. So let's click over here. So this is the condition. This is the first condition that I have added for you. That is, if name begins with J, provide null value, and if name ends with E, provide the name column. And here in the else condition, I have added else value. So what happens when I run this thing is, if I go to this step, you can see that Mike and Ellie are over here, and since for the all the names I have set null values, even for the values having starting with J, we are getting null. So I have segregated June and Jane from the condition of names ending with E. Now I want to create another column having only June and Jane, or I would say all the names starting with Jane. So this is the condition for that. Again, a conditional column. Name begins with J, and I'm providing the name column value, and for all other values I'm setting it to null. So if I click OK, I will get these values over here. That is June, Jane, and all other values null. Now, to segregate them as a group, all you can have to do is go into the format option over here. So, let me show you the result again. This is the June and Jane, and I have added a suffix, or you can say as group B, and for Mike and Ellie, I have added a suffix as group A. So let's go back to our main results or the steps we were doing. So what I have done is, in this step is, I have gone to this format tab and have added suffix by, first of all, I selected this column, go to format, add a suffix, and let's say you add the underscore group underscore A. So this is the value that you will be getting. And if you want me to show you that, let's try this too and add a suffix to it. Let's insert this step over here, and let's say I am adding the test value to it. So if I click OK, I get this another column like Mike underscore test, Ellie underscore test. So this way you can add the group names afterwards each and every name. One thing to note over here is since all other values for these columns were null, so no suffix are added corresponding to null values. That is the point to remember while working with the suffix and prefix values. So let's remove this step, and because we don't need this, so let's delete it. And now similarly I have added suffix group B to this column, that is June and Jane. Now we have got these values. Now what I want is, instead I want to replace Mike with Mike group A, Ellie with Ellie group B, Ellie group A, June with June group B, Jane with June group B, Jane with group B. So what you can do over here is again create an additional column, or I would say a conditional column over here, and put these conditions in that. If name begins with, so name is this column only. If name begins with J, I'm using this new column over here that I got over here for the June and Jane. So these values will be replacing these values. And if name ends with E, I am using this value, these values, the values of group A. And for all other values, instead of keeping them null, I am providing the values of this column as it is. So if we click OK, we get our desired column. So all what is left now is we just have to delete these columns which are not required anymore. So let's just delete them. And this is our required result. As you can see, Mike has replaced Mike this one, and June and this, do this with this. Now if I remove this one, and let's rename this one to name, and we have got our result. So you can say just conditional column is a very good thing and a very powerful tool. Just like any other languages, you can play with the if-else conditions with the help of conditional columns and get provide any kind of result that you want. So this is one of the strongest, I would say, powerful condition or the tool provided by Power Query or the Power BI. Because even if I want to add some other text forms, some other columns, I will have, all you can do is like, even if you go to transform and split something from this and create a new column and want to add that as a suffix to some other column, then you can merge them, and with the help of conditional column, then you can replace the existing values with those. So I would say that conditional column is very powerful in each and every aspect, and it is very flexible too. So guys, this is it for this video. Hope you liked it, and please do subscribe and share this video with others. And if you have any other specific topic related to Power Query or Power BI or some special doubt, please let me know in the comments, and we will cover that for you in our next tutorial. Okay guys, thank you very much. Have a nice day.